So this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Doctor Giggles, 1992. This is going to be another Don White recommended flick. It's a horror comedy, which are kind of tricky to pull off, to be honest. But when you pull it off, it's one of my favorite genres, right up there with dystopian, futuristic type movies. This one kind of falls flat. It's quite boring at parts. It does have its moments, though. It's got its share of one-liners and puns, which weren't really funny. They were kind of corny, though. You can watch one of the clips. You'll see what I'm talking about in the description box. I posted a link to Mondo Exploito clip of the week. So that's pretty much the beginning of the movie right there. And that's pretty much the entire movie for that matter. I mean, it's just one gag after another. And making doctor's jokes and stuff. So Dr. Giggles is a schizophrenic, highly intelligent guy. His father was a mad doctor who wanted to do heart transplants. Back in the 50s, he ended up killing his patients and ripping out their hearts and stuff. So they ended up killing him, the townsfolk, law and order, whatnot, back in the 50s. And when his wife died, prior to him dying, he starts giggling, and then his son, who later becomes Dr. Giggles, starts to giggle also whenever he gets upset or whatever. It's a pretty good giggle. I mean, I don't know if that's his actual voice or it's dubbed in, but pretty cool. Larry Drake plays Dr. Giggles. I didn't care for him too much in Darkman, just because I didn't like the character Darkman. But I thought he was great as Bubba in This Stuff Will Kill You. Herschel Gordon Lewis is This Stuff Will Kill You. Sorry. It's not you, it's ya, or apostrophe ya. This Stuff Will Kill Ya. Was his film debut back in 1971 as Bubba. He plays Dr. Giggles in this one. He's alright. He's not a great actor, but he was good as Bubba, and This Stuff Will Kill You. He's been in a few other horror flicks. So he plays Dr. Giggles. He's in some kind of loony bin. He sets all the loonies free, and he starts operating on the psychologist in the loony bin. Chops off both of his arms, which is the Mondo Exploito clip. He's got all these weird looking kind of David Cronenberg type of surgical tools. Pretty cool stuff. So I guess the story was his pop sewed him in his mom's body, and he just pops out right when the cop was guarding the bodies or whatever. The cop grows up, and he's all freaked out. He's having nightmares for like 25 years. So he doesn't want to investigate the grisly murders that are happening in town. I guess Dr. Giggles, once he gets loose from the loony bin, starts acting on revenge on the townsfolk, mostly young kids, so I guess it's kind of like reparations. Punish the younger people for the sins of the older generations. Is his thinking? I don't know. But the scene where the kid pops out of his mom's tum-tum was kind of freaky. Lots of blood and gore in this one. Pretty cool explosion at the end. There's a comely looking young girl named Jennifer in this one. Um, she needs some kind of she's got some kind of heart valve problem that might require surgery, and then she's heartbroken when she sees her boyfriend cheating on her. The boyfriend has pretty funny line. It's summertime somewhere in this Moorhead place, wherever that is, Dr. Giggles' hometown. So school's out, it's summertime, and the first thing he says is, oh, he says something like, oh, school's out, it's summertime, central government is over. That was pretty funny. I guess she's not allowed to drink while she's on this Holter monitor thing. And I guess she doesn't get along with her stepmom after her mom died. I guess her mom died from similar kind of thing, really standard basic surgery that she was potentially facing. So Dr. Giggles gets wind of this Jennifer gal, and he wants to operate on her, do one of his dad's failed heart transplant experiments. So he successfully kidnaps her, and he's got this cool looking secret passage to what looks to be a doctor's office, but the people in the waiting room are all of his victims with their hearts ripped out. So that was pretty cool. Like I said, this film has moments, but it kind of drags on a bit. They just made it shorter, or maybe had more gore scenes. It would have been a better flick. You hear an interesting rendition of Doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of loving you, by Paul Rogers. So it's kind of a hard rock version of that song. I never actually heard that version before until now. So it's got a lot of hard rock stuff in the soundtrack. Kind of reminded me of Beverly Hills Bratz intro. And you also get the Paul Rogers rockin' out song at the end with the moving credits towards the end. It was alright. I can't really say highly recommend it or check it out, but you can check out the Mondo Exploito clip, I guess. That'll pretty much give you an idea of the entire movie. There's no real plot in this one. It's basically a horror flick that tries to be funny, but it's not. It's more corny cheeseball stuff, I guess. So, like I said, Don White's into these kind of movies. The Garbage Pail Kids movie, and the last one that I reviewed, which wasn't, the one before the last one I just reviewed, which really wasn't that great. Little Shop of Horrors, I didn't care for. This one's a little bit better than Little Shop of Horrors. Gets a 5 out of 10 rating on IMDb, which is kind of mediocre rating, similar to the one that I'm giving it now. So, a lot of my reviews are in line with IMDb. Sometimes I just love a movie, and other people give it like a 7. But oddly enough, my ratings are pretty close to IMDb ratings most of the time. Sometimes I'll veer off, like a movie that's so bad that it's good type of thing. But for the most part, I pretty much stay close. If I had to rate this on IMDb, I'd rate it a little higher, maybe a 6. It wasn't a bad movie by any means, but it wasn't a good or great movie either. It's just kind of, yeah, meh, not too great. So that's the end of my review. Guess I'll check out Poultrygeist now. I'm kind of scared to watch a trauma flick parodying Kentucky Fried Chicken, but I don't know. Probably give it a 3 out of 5. We'll see. It's hard to say if I haven't seen it yet. I've seen the trailer, which looks completely fucking ridiculous trauma bullshit. And it's free on YouTube, so I'll post in the description box the link to the free movie after not watching and reviewing it. That's about it. Guess I'll watch some rated R kind of steamy stuff on Netflix. Instant Q, About Cherry is the next one on my Instant Q. Running out of DVDs to watch. I didn't really get much done in terms of legal stuff, partly because I don't have the money to do all the fucking filing and serving bullshit. So I'm doing the bare minimum, sort of like what I did at the lower municipal court. I'm just kind of skating by on a shoestring budget, trying to fight my ex-wife in appeals court. So try to keep it down to the bare minimum. That's why I was able to watch a few movies this weekend. Check out Poultrygeist next, and then About Cherry later.